With that, we're running a tad bit behind. It's Tuesday, April 26, 9:30 a.m., and we have some special sessions of minutes and the agenda of today's to approve, so we'll just move right along on those.
At this time, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 18th special session, 19th special session, and the second 18th special session.
Second.
And
Yes.
approve the agenda for this morning.
All right.
And second to that also.
All right. So a motion and second to approve the so mentioned special sessions of the 18th, 2 on the 19th, and the minutes of today. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving along. Old business?
Have none.
All right. New business, we went from what? Snow was a concern to rain to
Mush.
Yes, mush.
Well, I'll start out with Alliant Energy.
Okay.
They are doing some pole work. Didn't get it permitted, and we got a phone call, and it turns out they are running some heavy construction equipment down the Kildare between 220th and 230th, 230th Street over just east of Arc, and or 220th Street east of Arc, and they assured us that we can bill them for any damages. And they said that they will be done within a week or so, weather permitting. The weather doesn't look good, and then we will be out. We're running a maintainer on it now as needed, and then we will re-rock it at Alliant's cost when we're done. So,
What can you do?
so that's an issue. And then I did send a letter to the DNR, and I carbon copied you guys. They put that all with the marsh work they did a year or two ago, and then they put a tile back to the sludge to help drain off any water that came off that sludge detention, and it can't handle the pressure and it keeps blowing out, and they have not been in to repair it yet. So I sent him a letter trying to get him to commit to some sort of timeline and what his repairs are going to be.
I bet that'd be fun to fix in a marsh if you would work correctly.
And that's about it. We have a pre-con set for the replacement of the bridge south of Doherty for next week, but not sure on the start time yet.
Okay.
So we'll let you know once we get that determined. And then Eagle Avenue, we've been spending quite a bit of time repairing it from the manure haulers. They're done hauling manure. Now we're just kind of need to let it dry up because it can't handle our big equipment to get out there and do some permanent repairs. So we've been giving it some TLC, and we're keeping track of that billing, or the cost that it's costing us. That's about it.
Anything else?
Don't believe so. I've had plenty of chances to talk to Mary this week. That's the way it is.
Okay.
But you enjoy it, right, Bob?
Definitely, definitely.
Well, for the record, I already talked to Rodney this morning. I was involved. I overstepped. I went over you or under you, not behind you. I went to Rodney. Had an issue on Gravel Road also. Okay, if that's all we have then? Okay, we'll be moving along to the county auditor's line items. The first one is claims.
The claims are here for your consideration.
Okay.
At this time, I'll make a motion to approve the claims as presented and have the same where appropriate.
All right.
Second.
It's been motion and second to authorize the chair's signature on the claims presented this morning. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
Aye. Payroll?
There's no payroll or drainage items.
Okay. Then we'll move us along to the zoning administration department, and we have these dock permits at Clear Lake.
Okay, we're gonna have 5 docks today.
Okay.
First one is 33P. That's in Dodges Point Park. That will have 3 assignees on it. 51P in PM Park with 4 assignees. 54P in Oakwood Park with 4 assignees. 58P in Oakwood Park with 3 assignees, and 61P in Oakwood Park with 4 assignees. Everyone has acknowledged receipt of their dog policy. All boat registrations and certificates of insurance have been received, and all the fees have been paid.
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a motion to approve the dock permits as stated.
All right.
Second?
Okay, so motion and second in favor of issuing and permitting the dock permits of 33, 51, 54, 58, and 51P. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. And you're taking the lead on that Aflac thing? Or I'll just, or?
Sure.
We have, this is consider adding an Aflac accident plan to the available flexibility benefits offerings.
Tom was approached by Julie Devine from Aflac about the possibility of adding Aflac accident indemnity plan and offering that to our county employees. Tom sent out a survey to see how many people had any interest in the Aflac program. We had to have 25 employees interested in it to move forward. We had a response of over 50% of the employees. This will be at the employee's expense, no expense to the county at all.
Okay. Any other discussions or questions? I think we all understand what that was. So this,
I make a motion, Mr. Chairman, to add the Aflac program to the flexible benefits.
okay.
I'll second said motion.
All righty. It's been motion and second to consider adding, and consider we are going to add the Aflac accident plan to the available flexible benefit offering to our employees of Cerro Gordo County. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Moving along, we have letter E. I see, Brian, you're here. This is going to be a resolution setting the administrative fees for the on-site sewage loan program. And a little background, if you will, or?
Certainly. As you know, back in October of 2010, we met with you and you authorized placing some money into a special fund that people who have to replace their septic systems can utilize as kind of a pot of money that can help pay for their septic system updates. It's a loan. People have to repay that, and so over the last several months, Sandy and Michelle and Mark, I want to say thank you to them because they've been working with us, just trying to get all the paperwork lined up and updated and the such. And so now we're to that point where we just need to put the process in motion and actually begin to utilize the program. So what this resolution does is establishes the interest rate that people will be charged for utilizing this pool of money. That interest rate has been recommended at 8%. On top of that, the administrative fees will be established per this resolution to include the supervisor's office. Michelle's going to help do some lien searches, so that $125 is being asked to cover that cost. Some charges that the recorder's office will collect for page recordings, so $9 for the first page and $5 for each additional page. And then I've recommended that we capture the, we call it an administrative fee, but the septic permit cost, which the first year will be $275. Board of Health establishes those fees for a 3-year period, and they incrementally go up by $25 each year, so those are specified in this resolution. So with that said, I mean, this is kind of the last I dotted and T crossed for us then to implement the program and begin offering it to the general public.
Okay. Any questions on the program? We're familiar with it. It's been established, and we're going to further this on. So.
Is that a flat rate of 8%? I mean, whether you do it today or do it 3 years from now?
As I understand it, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that won't change, and I believe Pat made the recommendation that we go with the 8%.
Okay. All right. there's not any more questions, we'll move forward on this resolution setting the administrative fees for the on-site sewage loan program.
I'll make a motion to do resolution 2011 number 42 for the on-site sewage loan program.
Okay.
I'll second the motion.
All right, it's been motion and second in favor of accepting and setting the administrative fees for the on-site sewage loan program. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have a public hearing at 10 a.m., so if anyone has an agenda ahead of them, we're going to go from letter F down to letter G. And we have manure management plans to handle here. There's
Yeah,
two.
I've looked both of them over, and I'll make a motion to accept the plans as presented and send a copy to DNR.
Okay.
Second.
All right. So a motion and a second, any discussion? They're all pre-existing, nothing new out of the ordinary, we deal with them all the time. So with that, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Letter H, agreements and contracts. First one we have is to authorize the chair to sign the first amendment to the cooperative reimbursement agreement between Cerro Gordo County, we are the political subdivision, Board of Supervisors, and County Attorney. And this is through the Department of Human Services and Bureau of Corrections. And I talked to County Attorney Carlisle, and there's someone here on this behalf. You're Linda?
Right.
Linda, yes. Maybe you can introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Linda Woodruff. I'm the supervisor at the Child Support Recovery Unit, and we're part of the Bureau of Collections.
All right.
And back in June of, or excuse me, it would be the spring of 2009, I presented to you a cooperative reimbursement agreement between Cerro Gordo County and the Bureau of Collections to provide child support services for Cerro Gordo County people. And you signed that agreement, and it went into effect July 1st, 2009 through June 30th, 2015. I was recently given a first amendment to this agreement after an audit was done of the contracts, requesting that additional information be included. And the information involves confidentiality. It's and there's an Exhibit D. I did forward a copy to in advance. I have my copy. I have an
Carlisle
extra here.
had a moment to share it with
Right,
you. Some of
okay.
it.
Regarding IRS confidentiality in our office, we keep all IRS documents. We have a certain protocol. We have to keep it secure, and they're just basically laying that out. And there is an Exhibit D that they attach to it about IRS confidentiality. Another an amendment is to changing the number of years we retain records from 5 years to 7 years. And then the last one is in addition to the cooperative reimbursement. It is regarding doing an audit, and I understand the counties do audits on a regular basis, and basically spelling out information about the audits.
And this audit, is it in and if we're audited, or is it always an audit? I mean yearly?
Well, it says local governments and nonprofit and sub-recipient entities that expend $50,000 or more in a year in a federal award shall have a single audit conducted for that year.
And we will share in the cost, I understand.
Right,
Yeah, as
right.
part of the-
If they require that based on the findings of the audit, if they have to pull in an auditor, a state auditor, that anything that would cost to make sure that everybody's in compliance,
Sure.
that the political subdivision would reimburse the Bureau for any costs the Bureau pays to the auditor.
Okay.
That's your review.
Any questions? It's kind of, it's something we've done, I was gonna say every year, but it's not, every 5
No,
years.
this one was a 6-year contract,
6
but I
years.
know they don't do those any longer. They changed that to, I think 5 is the
Okay.
most, so.
All right. Okay. Well, if there's not any questions, we'll proceed with this subject matter.
At this time, I'll make a motion to authorize the chair to sign the first amendment to the cooperative reimbursement agreement.
Okay.
Second.
All right, it's been it's in the motion and second to authorize the chair's signature on the first amendment to the cooperative reimbursement agreement between Cerro Gordo County and DHS, Bureau of Collections. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you, Lynn. Okay. Moving along, letter, or number 2, authorize the chair to sign a maintenance agreement with the Business Systems, Inc. for our county sheriff's department. And you have.
Looks like it's just a maintenance agreement to cover their Minolta Biz Hub
Okay.
200.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, at this time, I make a motion to approve the maintenance agreement and authorize your signature where appropriate.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion, and it's been second to authorize the chairs to sign the maintenance agreement between the Business Systems and Sheriff's Department. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Well, for the sake, we'll just keep going here. I have no appointments.
No, sir.
I have none.
Correspondence and communication?
None.
Okay.
Motion to
Yes.
recess until 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Second.
It's been motion and second for recess. We'll come back at 10 for the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Yep.
We've got about 10 minutes.